Hey there guys, today is day 8 of the Avian Advent Calendar Challenge. Now the Avian Advent Calendar is an advent calendar of parrot toy parts put together by the Leather Elves. So every single day I'm going to be opening a new box and seeing if I can put together a brand new parrot toy. So if that's something you guys want to see, you want to make sure to stick around because that's going to be coming up right after this. Guys, this is Jack over at Hive Redbird, where I am tirelessly working to find new ways to make the keeping of exotic animals and pets more exciting, more affordable, and ultimately more enjoyable. And today's video is part of a series going over a challenge I am doing with the Avian Advent Calendar. Now, the Avian Advent Calendar is a product put together by the Leather Elves. If you guys would like to know more about it, I am going to put the link in the description section down below. But basically, it is an advent calendar of parrot toy parts. So I am going to be challenged every single day to put together a brand new toy using the toy parts that come in the individual boxes. So there's a couple of things to keep in mind here. First and foremost, the best part of this, we're going to be building a brand new toy every single day, December 1st through the 25th. So you definitely want to make sure that you pay attention to that. Now, we are going to be using a variety of different toy parts, and I think it's really important that people learn to work with a variety of different parrot toy parts. Sometimes there's going to be things that you're not as comfortable using or that you're just not as familiar with using, but your bird could definitely benefit from that. So we're going to be paying attention to the variety of different items that are available in the boxes and make sure that we use them appropriately. Now, this is also designed to help everyone build skills as a parrot toy maker. So we want to make sure we're paying attention to things like, what's the purpose of this toy? How is your animal going to be using it? How can we make sure that it's going to be safe? Do we need to pay attention to things like cleanliness? Keeping an item clean, which can be an issue with certain parrot toys, how you're going to present it. Obviously, the presentation of different items can change how interested your bird is in interacting with certain things. So we're going to be covering a variety of different approaches, different toy making techniques. So hopefully, at the end of this 25-day period, everyone who watches this series will have better skills and be a better parrot toy maker. So there's a lot of things we're trying to accomplish here. One thing I do want to point out before we get started, we're going to open a new box every single day, but we're not necessarily going to be using all of the parts every single day. I would encourage you guys to save those parts, save things like the packing paper, the boxes that you are opening every single day, because we will be using them on future challenges. The important thing is that there are so many different materials that can be used to make great parrot toys, and we are going to do our best to use all of them. But that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the toy that we're going to be building today. All right, guys, so for day 8 of the Avian Advent Calendar Challenge, we have an assortment of wooden beads. So we've actually got a lot more that are down in here under the crinkle paper. There we go. So these are going to actually be a great thing to use in a variety of toys that can be used as spacers, but I wanted to show you guys what I think is a pretty cool idea. For today's video, we are going to need one of these wooden beads, and honestly, this is one of those projects where if you have a least favorite color, use that one, because you're not really going to be seeing the bead in this instance. So yellow is actually my least favorite color, so I'm going to go ahead and use this one. I'll put the others to the side that we can use later, along with the crinkle paper. So for today's project, I will be needing this bead. I will be needing the box. I will be needing a piece of leather. I will be needing a quick link. And then I'm also going to be needing my scissors and possibly these needle nose pliers. So one of the things that I like to try to do is provide safe options for my birds. And one of the things that a lot of birds like, but may not necessarily be that safe for them, are bells. So today I wanted to show you guys a cool way to create auditory enrichment for your bird. So I'm going to open up this box. I'm going to cut off these inner flaps. And as I've shown you guys before, any of these pieces, don't throw them away. Even scrap pieces of cardboard like this have a use in making parrot toys. Go ahead, set them to the side. Now that's going to leave us this box with this opening right here on the bottom. You guys can see that it, if I were to push into it from the top, it could fall apart. But if I push on it from the inside, you can see it's really, really strong. And that's going to be to our benefit. So I'm going to start by tying a knot in this piece of leather that is going to hold this bead into place. Now, what we want to do is we want to make sure that this bead sits inside that box. So I want to make sure that I tie another knot. I don't want it right next to the bead. I want there to be a little bit of space because I want that little bit of play and wiggle room so that this bead can knock around on the inside. So you can see that's how that comes together. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to feed this leather strip through this box. And the fun part is once I get it, that knot is going to help hold everything into place. And if my bird goes up to this box, if they go to shake it, you can see it's not the same noise as a bell, but it is a noise, which is more than some birds can get because a lot of birds might be a little too destructive to use the bells that are commonly available. And as you guys can see, you can't see that bead, but it can be really useful. Now with this, you can go ahead, you can tie a loop into this, use your quick link to attach it, or if you wanted to just attach this to the side or top of your bird's cage. Now because it is cardboard, leather, and a bead, it will be destroyed a little more quickly than a standard metal bell. But you know that these materials are safe. The issue with bells is a bird could potentially crimp one around its beak. They could potentially be made out of unsafe metals. If you would like, if you want to make sure that it doesn't shift one way or the other, you can throw another knot right on the very top. And that's just going to help keep everything in place. And then just go ahead, throw your loop in for attaching this. So I certainly hope this was a really fun way for you to think about modifying ideas. This is a common idea in the zoo world. Toys will be modified from one species to another. If you see an idea that you like, something that you think could provide enrichment for your animal, pay attention to that and see if there is a way that you can modify it. Now, if this was a good idea for you guys, make sure that you like this video. You want to make sure that you subscribe to the Hi Redbird YouTube channel so you don't miss out on anything. And I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow for the next day of the Avian Advent Calendar Challenge. I do need to say thank you to my Patreon patrons for helping to make these videos possible. You can find out more by visiting Hi Redbird on Patreon or clicking the link in the description section down below if you would like more information. Thanks!